Let me see if our sound is working. And if you are watching, please comment. And as they say, smash that like button, because that's how we get more people listening, more people tuned in to hear a little Friday evening music. All right, I do believe the sound is working. I'm just doing a little double check here. Yes. Happy Friday, everybody. Jake C is here. Good old Jake C. How are you, Jake C? We got 7 people watching. Fantastic. Well, happy Friday. I hope you're having a great week so far. It's been a few weeks since we did any live streams, so I thought we'd do a little sight reading fun today. Ain't no blindfold today, folks. We're going with a little bit more informed looking, so I'm not totally surprised by what I'm sight reading. Gigi's here, and Drew is here. Look at this. This is fantastic. Welcome, welcome. If you have any suggestions for which you want me to sight read, let me know. Although I have a big stack of books here. I got Schubert, I got Mozart, I got Bach, I got Respighi. Does anybody know Respighi? Kind of sounds like a type of pasta, doesn't it? Respighi, good stuff. Sounds good. Awesome. Yeah, there's some really interesting pieces by Ottorino Respighi. So we'll take a look at that today. But I think we'll go ahead and start off with our usual Schubert. I just think these are absolutely delightful. They pack a musical punch. And I think we'll start with one of those. I think what I should really do is put check marks on these so I'm not doing any repeats. Wouldn't that be good? Well, I think we'll go towards the middle. So this is a nice book. It's Dover edition, and I think it's his complete dances here. Bach. Yes, Jake C. We're going with Bach. We had a special request today from one of my dear friends. And I said, you know what? We're going to do more Bach, because that's what we do around here. This one looks pretty interesting. This is number 9. And this is from, let's take a look. Opus 127, Deutsche number 146. 20 waltzes, it's got a little quotes around it, last waltzes. I'm not sure what that means. Did he write them before he died? I don't know. Let's see. This one's in C major, so he must have been pretty cheerful. Maybe he was in good spirits. All right, let's take a look here. Lots of octaves I'm noticing. Let's see. All right, number 9. Interesting. A lot of repeats in that one, yeah? Paula's here. Hello, Paula. Yeah, this Schubert's pretty interesting. One thing that's very characteristic of Schubert is when he has these groups of chords, you'll notice in the trio section in this piece. So certain notes will repeat, and it has this kind of warm atmosphere, and at the same time the melody, which gives a nice flavor to it. Can you move the keyboard? Hi, Pierre. Can you move the keyboard down? Ah, yes. Let's move the keyboard so people can see more of my hands. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Let's try that. Ta-da! Hopefully that works a little bit better and I won't be doing this. The light's a little strange there. I hope that that helps. Let's look at another Schubert. That one had a lot of octaves too, and you noticed usually I keep my eyes glued on the page. I did look a little bit. And what I noticed is that there are lots of scales. So that gave me a little room. If I saw there was a scale coming, I just knew, okay, I can actually look down a little bit more at my hands. So that's helpful there. All right, moving right along. Let's take a look at one that's maybe not got so many octaves in it to give my hand a rest from all those octaves. Oh, this looks nice. Number 18, little B flat major action here. Let's see. It's interesting, some of these also do not have tempo markings, so we're really not quite sure how fast or slow they are, although a march, because typically it's sort of a moderato speed. Let's see what number 18 brings us here. Goes right into the next one. Let's see. Little mistake there. I would like to take that repeat. That could have gone better. Second chance, right? Right to the next one, number 20 in D major. A lot of octaves. Let's listen to that harmony again. That's strange. Take a listen to the bass here. That's the da capo. That means to the beginning in Italian. Charming, isn't it? Yeah. Jake C., do you ever hum the piece in your head or out loud when sight reading? I actually was I doing a little humming that time? I don't think I was totally Glenn Goulding it there. It is a happy feeling melody, and it's pretty simple. A lot of stepwise motion, but notice when he uses those half steps, it gives it that little peak of curiosity. It's like a little extra spice in the stew or the soup. Because if you had just gone, it would be a little bit more vanilla, right? And I really love what he does with the bass in the second half of the A section. Now, this is basically A-B form. You could call it binary form. And the left hand, what it does is very, very interesting little bass line there. And the trio uses lots of thirds. Yep. You can imagine maybe a little string quartet playing and people are dancing, that kind of thing. Yes, it is a lovely piece. Very good. Let's see, should we do one more Schubert? Let's do one more Schubert. I'm going to go with the next one. This is 12 Ländler, or Dances. And this is Opus 171, Deutsche number 790. D major. We're going to take it at a sort of medium tempo here. Take a listen to that harmony again. It's really strange. The biggest shock to me in that one was leading up to the B section. You're in D major, B minor, and then A major. You have that A, B instead of C sharp. He goes to that minor kind of twinge of A minor there, and then pivots to go to F major. Really interesting. Schubert does some unusual things like that. So, and I like what he did right at the end of the B section with this left hand, little chromatic action. And then kind of says, actually, after all that tumultuous stuff, just kidding, we're in D major. Lovely, lovely Schubert, Schubert, Schubert. Good, we're going to put Schubert over here. Jake C. says, oh, that was probably loud. Sorry about that. To challenge yourself, do you ever play a piece in a different key? Yes. Yes, that's a good thing to do. Especially, and I have my students do this, if they're working on a particular piece in a difficult key, I have them practice that key because, let's say, for example, if you are playing something in D flat major, for example, the Raindrop Prelude by Chopin. There's a lot of flats in D flat major, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 flats. So practicing that key, you get familiar with, I like to call it topography, right? The lay of the land of a certain key, which can be extremely helpful. That way you feel a little more comfortable with it. It's not all of a sudden like, oh, you know, we're on no flats or sharps. Yay, good news to, oh, 5 flats. Where'd that come from? And it's interesting. Some people have more trouble with sharps than flats. I don't know the psychology behind that there, but it is pretty interesting. Maybe you can comment. Are you more comfortable with flats or sharps? I think I like sharps better. I don't know. Maybe it changes. All right, we're going to look a little bit of Bach. A little bit of Bach. Lots of options here. Let's see. We're looking at the second suite. We're going to do a little sarabande. This is the second. Let's see. This is one of the. I think these are the French suites. Let's see. I want to make sure I get this right. Yes, 6 French suites. It's the sarabande from the second one. I think you'll enjoy this one. Try that again. Isn't that a lovely sarabande? A nice slow dance. Yeah, where's Master Bach tonight? Yeah, we're missing Master Bach. Hopefully he'll watch this later, or maybe he'll tune in soon. Paul says, you seem so relaxed. Thank you. When sight reading Bach, Bach is definitely more challenging because of the polyphony, the multiple lines going on at the same time. That's one reason why I chose the sarabande. Not quite so much going on in terms of the speed, but just the ornamentation, lots of different rhythms, multiple voices, right? I mean, for example, the first 2 lines, we have, let's see, 1, 2 lines in your left hand, 1 one line in the right hand. I find that looking ahead is helpful. And I think, yeah, staying relaxed is something that I have to practice, which seems a little strange. Why do you have to practice relaxing, right? Yeah, relaxation as well as posture. Yes, I know that I tend to, and you're probably, when you're watching, I'm probably doing a little bit of that. It's important to sit up straight as you're doing things like that, especially if it's something more challenging, and that also helps you not deal with neck injuries and things like that. Strain, stress, all that stuff. All that stuff affects posture. Now, Glenn Gould, you know, you got this going on, and he does this thing, you know. That's why he had to travel around with a personal massage therapist. I don't have the money to do that, and I don't think this is a good thing to do anyway. But that does sound kind of nice. Personal massage therapist to travel around with you when you do all your concerts. Well, you know. I think he also took his own piano. Maybe someone has some insights into that, but I can't quite remember. Let's do another Bach. Maybe we'll look at the air on the next page. That looks kind of interesting. So this is the third, let's see. No, this would be the fourth piece in the second French suite. Let's see. This one's got 2 lines going on, so not 3 lines, but there looks like it's a little bit more active in the left hand. So let's see what we come up with here. C major chord in there, a little Picardy third. Isn't that awesome? I really like that one. And there's something so calming about Bach, and that does take practice. I have been practicing sight reading Bach recently, and just practicing Bach. I'm trying to relearn the C minor from book 1. I just love the fugue. And that's really good brain food as well, because it's multi. Is it multitasking in a different way? I don't know, because if you have a fugue that has 3 voices, they're going on at different times, that fugue subject. I wonder what that does to the brain, to the mind. That would be a really interesting thing. I bet some scientist somewhere has studied that. That's my guess. What a blessing Bach is to the world. Absolutely, yes. I deserve a professional massage. That would be nice to have a professional massage therapist. Absolutely. Let's go with a little Mozart. This book, Variations, Rondos, and Other Works for Piano. Other works. Let's see. Let's look at this. Variations and Minuet by Duport. I don't know this. Kershaw 573. I'm not going to do the entire set of variations, but maybe we'll try. Look at all them scales. I don't know if you can sort of see that. Yeah. Now, this is one reason people say, Miss Jennifer, I don't want to practice my scales. I know scales are boring. Yes, I know. I didn't used to like practicing scales either, but I tell you what, when you encounter something like this, you notice, for example, in the second variation, if you know that scale already, you don't have to practice it. Isn't that nice? So that's one reason to practice your scales. You're probably going to see a little bit more of the kind of full versions of scales in your Baroque and your classical repertoire. But scales are everywhere. They're all around us, right? Okay, let's take a look at what this theme sounds like. I'm going to take it slowly, and he actually doesn't write any tempo marking. Actually, going to get a little water first. Bach, an intellectual quest. Yeah, Bach is very intellectual, but it's also very spiritual. I don't know how he manages to balance those things. Interesting. Okay. Charming. Simple theme. Now let's see what he does with variation 1. We'll repeat that. There's another scale there. Then maybe as a challenge, you can count how many scales are in the second variation. And if you're one of my students, I'll give you an extra 50 points at your next lesson. Thumbs up. Next page brings, still in major. Now he starts in with some triplets. It's charming. He still hasn't gone to a minor key yet. We have to hear one of the variations, one of the minor variations. Let's see. Let's end with number 7. I might regret this. A lot of octaves here. Octave action there. Get my wrist rotations in there. See, that's something that, you know, if you notice the patterns, and if you're practicing something like this, you can block the chords, or the octaves rather. So anytime you notice patterns, that's very helpful. Charming, not too serious, yes. Uh-oh, spoke too soon. Yeah, right, with the minor key. Yeah, I've never heard of this piece. Fun. It had a few more variations to go. Maybe next time I'll finish those up. But I think we should take a look at a composer that maybe some of you have not heard of, Ottorino Respighi. We've got 9 people watching. If you're just joining us, hello. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a great week. Let's see. Italiana says attributed to Ignatius. So this is Ancient Airs and Dances. So I don't know much about the history with these, but so these were, I guess, taken from old melodies and things like that that he had heard or maybe studied. This particular one looks like it's from, it says from the late 14th century, looks like, or sorry, late 16th century. So it's old, but he arranged them. So this one's called Italiana. I'm guessing we're talking about Italy. Let's see. Let's see what Respighi does. Respighi wrote a really wonderful piece for orchestra called The Pines of Rome. If you have not heard it, check that out. It's a very beautiful piece, very atmospheric. You can really feel the woods and the pines and the trees. And I guess those are all the same thing, woods, pines, and trees. You get it. You get the idea. Anyway, there's birds and things like that. So it's amazing how music can do that. Let's see if we hear any birds in this one. I don't know. We'll take a listen. charming, isn't it? You can kind of hear that it's from the earlier centuries. Beautiful. Let's see what else he does. Gagliarda, a tribute to Vincenzo Galilei, around 1555. That's pretty interesting. A wooded forest, thus Pennsylvania. Exactly, Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Oh yeah, what is that? I should analyze that little tune. Oops. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Isn't it amazing how jingles can have such an impact on your, people like they'll say NBC. That's how some students remember how to do the interval of a sixth. NBC. And actually, I have some of my students, the way they memorize certain intervals, they'll use certain pieces of music or things like that. The power of music is very interesting. Yeah. Let's try this one out. It's another. What's with all this stuff in D major? Well, let's try it. It looks pretty interesting. A lot of octaves. Uh-oh. I see there's 3 staffs here. Fun! Jake C says, keep on scratching. Yes, scratch-offs. Keep on scratching. You ever seen that? Oh my goodness. Too funny. Too funny. All right, let's see. And here's the 3 lines here, 3 staffs. That was a little tricky. Let's see what the next part. A little simpler. Left hand's the same. I like the second part a lot, mainly because I can focus on how lovely this melody is. This already sounds like it's something coming from the forest. I'm listening to the cicadas right now outside my window. I can kind of feel that a little. I think those are great. Maybe we'll do some more sight reading those in the future. But check out some of Ottorino Respighi's stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. That was really pretty. Oh, I love the part with the 3 staffs. Yeah. All right, we tend to end with Chopin. I think we're going to end with a little Chopin today. It is uplifting, isn't it? Look, we got 6 likes on this video. Fantastic. Fantastic. I love these mazurkas, and they are quite unusual. Ooh, this one's a 4-pager. It is in... a lot of D major today. There must be some significance to that. This is an A minor. Let's try this one. Opus 59, number 1 of Frédéric Chopin. I don't think I've done this one before. Let's see. I've heard it before, that helps. I keep wanting to add sharps. Look at all those different keys you go through. Woo! He's going in some crazy places. So just to give a note, I decided I was just going to play the right hand here because there's so many double sharps, naturals. So that's one thing you can do. That's one kind of, oops, I lost my screen here. That's one, I hate to say cheat code, but if you really want to get the essence of a piece as you're going through and you're having to sight read it, you can cut out the chords. That's one way you can do that. So I'm going to give that another try, the old school try. We'll see if we can add a few more chords in there. Oh, I'm missing my G sharps. That's what's crazy about that. It's still weird. Starting to sound a little bit like Schoenberg. I apologize. What? All these double sharps. Why, Chopin? admit that was a bit of a struggle. Burp. These double sharps kicked my butt. And then he goes to D sharp major. Not loving that, Chopin. It would have been a lot easier if he had written it in E flat major, because that way he wouldn't have double sharps galore. Still trying to figure out good reasons why a composer would do that. I think it was pretty funny that I was like, oh, I've heard this one before. No problem. Burp. All right, let's see. Let's find one that doesn't have double sharps all over the place. How about that? F minor. Let's go to a major one. Here's A flat major. Not too bad. And I haven't done anything in A flat major, so I'm going to exercise my compositional skills. My topography of A flat major. This is Opus 41, number 4. He didn't let it get to you. Yes, that's the thing. That's why music can teach us so much. You know, if you're sight reading something and it's not going super, you know, you stop and you go, I'm so mad, boom, you know, throw the book on the floor, get mad. Or you can say, hey, I'm going to get through it. Music can teach us so much about that, right? And hopefully you don't do that during a performance either, right? You get mad and, oh, it didn't go the way I wanted. Gosh darn it. But let's see how this goes. Hopefully it'll go a little bit better than the other one. He says Dolce, which means sweetly. And looks like we have some multiple layers going on here. I see a little solo for the right hand on the second page, kind of scanning through. All right, let's give it a go. I'm not going to do allegretto. I'm going to do more like maybe andante. Let's see. I love the thirds. Right hand solo. I need to fix that measure. What? Is that how it ends? No way, Chopin, the magician. My computer keeps shutting off on me. What's up with that? Very enjoyable. Good. Yeah, interesting how he ends that, right? He doesn't go like... So even though he's ending on the tonic in the left hand, it has this feeling that we're not quite sure where we ended up. You know, we're not in Kansas anymore, Toto, that kind of thing. I thought that was quite beautiful. I like what he did with the solo, right? You noticed he did. Chopin often has these little parts of his music where he will he will do something solo with one of the hands, and we're in a wandering place. I'm trying to think of some of the other pieces. Like in the Polonaise Fantasy, there's spots where it'll just kind of do one thing. That's a great piece. But yeah, Chopin likes to do things like that. He likes to pull out little rabbits out of the hat kind of thing. So that was Opus 41, number 4. I think we'll end on that one since we're about getting up to 7 p.m. here, and I know y'all have places to be, things to do, people to party with, hopefully, and have a good time on this Friday evening. Wow, the glare is really interesting today. Woo! I will have to work on the lighting. One reason is that I have the lighting this way is that I use this ring light thing, but it gets really hot, and it already gets really hot in here, and I don't want to spend much more money on my AC. So I'll try to bring the ring light back, so that way we're not, glowing and things like that, so that'd be good. Can you play Autumn Leaves for the coming fall? Yes, absolutely. You know that one. Yeah, that's a beautiful piece. Autumn Leaves, yeah. And let's see. That's okay. The light makes you look radiant. Oh, yeah, right. I'm trying to think other composers. Please let me know. Next time I'll probably do a music musings. I know we're kind of behind the music musings thing. Behind, yeah. Well, the summer has been a little crazy. Last week, was that just last week? I did a piano festival for adults. And it was fantastic. We had some really great musicians there. We heard some Mozart. We heard all kinds of lovely things. We played some of the Carpenters duets. I'm going to be doing a Carpenters music musings. One of our Patreons kind of gave me a little commission to do little Carpenters. Yeah, it doesn't have to be classical music, right? So if there are pieces of music that you feel like, hey, I want to hear this, let me know. And I'll probably just be putting up some more videos in general. That I like to do some musings on things going on in the culture, right? The upspeak thing. What did you think of that one? Musical upspeak. I could do like a music musings that's all upspeak to see how people respond. Today we're going to be talking about Griegs in the Hall of Mountain King. Isn't that great? I don't know. Oh, it's too much fun. All right, folks. Well, hey, I hope you are staying dry this weekend. It's supposed to be a whopper here. With the rain and the thunder, so stay safe, and I hope you're all staying well, staying cheerful, staying happy. Don't let the stuff get you down. Listen to some music, turn on some tunes. There's one particular, it helps me sleep at night if you ever listen to it. I think it's called Nemo's Dreamscapes or something, and they have oldies music, and they have background, not noise, but they'll have like rain sounds or cricket sounds. It really helps me get to sleep. There's something about the oldies. It's like there's kind of the crackling of the record player, and it's just lovely. And I don't know, it helps me sleep. Maybe it'll help you sleep. Vitamin D is important too. Good things. All right, everybody. I'm blabbering on. Probably having too much fun. But I hope you have a great weekend, and that light is bright. Woo! All right, let's see if I can count us down here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.